we will not copyright or trademark that. We do not have the rights to this at all. Please do not sue us. Thank you.
Welcome back to These Unprecedented Gays, your go-to podcast for all things queer, where we unpack the nuances of LGBTQ plus life in these unprecedented times. You need like the bottle service. Like, don't get bottle service now because
it's too expensive. Well, he probably needed to have an appearance so that he could get some money, because he's definitely not relevant anymore.
But like, how is Fabio and DJ Pauly any kind of experts on anything? Why are we giving them FaceTime on this kind of stuff?
Because of their hair. Let's be real, they never have any experts. None of the people they bring on are experts.
But you know who are experts? I'm Paul.
And I'm Joe.
And we're These Unprecedented Gays.
What are we experts in?
Having a good time and
I think that's more you.
Dick.
I think that's more you. I don't know what I'd be an expert in.
We're experts on that dick.
I don't think I'm an expert in anything. I just know a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Oh, see, but you're an expert knowing a little bit about everything.
Okay.
You're experts in DEI.
Oh. Dick.
Diversity, inclusion.
I'm sure. And equity. Day. Dale. Dale.
We're all about dick, equity, and inclusion.
Dick eating. Dick eating and insertion.
Oh my gosh.
If you hear wine pouring in the background, it's an illusion.
No, you didn't.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So how was your week, Joe?
So work is actually picking up. It's picking up.
Well, you're coming into like the summer season.
Well, and it's weird because like right now is like our peak production season. So like we have to make sure that we have a bunch of stuff ready for summer.
Correct.
So like we're like right now is like the most that we're like making and ordering and all this other stuff. And like I didn't know that. I'm like, January, that's going to be like a slow time. Not at all.
No, because you've got to get ready for when, because your part will like then decrease as it's more just production and getting the stuff out there.
Yeah, so we basically ramp up a bunch of supply, and then I don't know if it like kind of drops down once we get to summertime. But then I think we start ramping up for like the next year.
Right.
So I'm
because,
like,
I mean,
interesting.
They're doing production based on last year's sales and hoping that it's going to increase. Like, what do they hope to increase it by year over year? Is it like 10%?
Girl, I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
You are asking some very good business questions. I think they're trying to make more sales.
Okay.
Or to keep steady. But like, so it's just like crazy because I've never been in a company that has like a season.
Right, because it's always been
biotech and so like it's just like all the seasons like all the time.
Right.
But it like it's interesting because it's like there's a lot going on and I'm like, oh my. So we have a lot going on at work, and then I'm just trying to like, relax on the weekends and like not get overwhelmed with my job, because there's a lot. And I also want to do some spring cleaning. So whenever the spring happens, I want to do some spring cleaning.
Well, it was very warm today, so
I think spring just happened this morning.
Well, okay, so I know we're going to talk about what gives us life, but what doesn't give me life right now is the cum trees at Balboa Park.
Why? The cum trees?
Oh my God, the white blossoms that are jizz. It's jizz forward, like
all over the place.
It is everywhere. Like you run or walk through it, and you're like, oh. It walks
all out your face.
Me, and I'm like, oh, it is a scent. I'm like, get out of here.
The rest of us are like,
that ammonia kind of smell?
It smells like jizz. Yeah. So if you're ever,
I want to go to the park.
Yeah. I was just gonna say if you have some free time, Balboa Park,
just walking around going,
yep. And you will know. You'll be like, oh, it's right now the ones that are in full bloom are the ones by the fountain, like all the way towards the end.
Skeet. Oliver.
I think they are the pear trees. Yeah.
There's definitely a hint of jizz in the park right now.
Oh, spring has sprung. I can smell it in the air.
Yeah,
Yeah, these lovely trees.
Love is in the air.
Yeah, so
They're beautiful, though.
they're very beautiful for those that have no sense of smell.
Well, but other people aren't turned off by the smell of cum.
No, yeah.
And it might be also your olfactory senses. Like, it might smell something different than somebody else.
That's true.
Yeah, you can
That
have
is
a
true.
sensitivity. You know, some people don't like the smell of
Something.
Cinnamon.
cinnamon.
People, they need to
Cilantro.
get their life checked because cinnamon is amazing.
Well, there you go. That's what people
So-
say about you.
Yeah, get my life checked 100%. So that's been kind of my week. What's been up with you guys?
But we know with him, it's more than just the smell. Texture, taste,
it's a
everything.
whole.
Listen,
like
taste, girl. What do you think? That I haven't tasted that in many moons because I almost threw up the last time I
it's
tasted
an acquired taste.
it. And I think that many people can acquire it, just not me.
Hey,
I
Paul,
acquire an appreciation for
has good
people.
legs.
It does have good legs. So we had a good week. Like it's been crazy, not really crazy at work, but it's just like I'm getting to the point where it's like I get ready to leave. So I'm like,
You checked out.
Are
Wait, are you working this week?
Kurt, I have not checked out. I promise. I am still working very hard at my job. So no, it's just like people. It's just.
Are the bitches be testing?
It is just weird, but we had that, and then we went over to a friend's house the other night and had Popeye. Remember we talked about this? So
Wait, was it the Costco Popeye?
it was not.
Oh.
Thank God. It was homemade.
Oh.
One of the guy's brothers made it.
Okay.
And I think it had pepper in the crust, but it had crust on the top and bottom.
It
so
was
fully
really
encased.
good.
Yeah, it was really good. And the
Oh.
gravy was really nice. I wish that I had bread with it, but it was still really good. So it was fun to go to that. And then last night we were at a friend's house, and we got to go. We took Baxter because it's the dog is his best friend, and they played for hours on end. I don't want to say the name because then I'll get riled up.
Yes.
We know how that goes.
You can spell it.
Yeah, Matcha.
Ah, yes. Like
and
the
then-
beverage.
Like the beverage.
Oh, no, you could just say tea.
Correct.
Right, no.
Japanese green
Chai.
tea.
Chai, that's what it
I'll say
was.
chai. Yeah, it was fun. We did a little raclette party.
A what?
Raclette is a kind of cheese, and then you melt it, and then you put it on top of stuff, mostly potatoes.
Oh.
But like...
It's a
you can
very
do on top of
French
it.
thing.
It's a very French thing, yes. And so we had that with like a little bit of meat and some potatoes.
And this was so cool. There's like an actual thing you put in the middle of your table where you melt this raclette.
That's
and
fun.
It's like this. It's not a fondue pot.
I was just going to say, so it's like, not like fondue.
Not like
No.
fondue. It looks like a two-story
it's almost like a
rectangular thing.
broiler.
And there's a broiler grill on the top, but underneath it, the heating element's right below that, and underneath it there are these little places where you can put a square metal tray with a handle, and it melts the cheese while it's in there, and then you pull it out and put it on top
And then you
of
just
whatever
adorn whatever you want.
on bread, and you can melt it as much as you want to or as little as you want to. But
You can get like a crispy and brown.
Oh my God.
it was so good.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
was
I
very
love
good.
cheese, so...
Yeah, exactly.
So it's the fondue party of the 20s.
Well, the funny thing is, it's like right before that, the night before when we were at the friend's house having pot pie, one of the guys there admitted that he does not like cheese.
What?
I know. We're like, I'm sorry, we can't hang out with you.
Does he
We
also
gotta
hate
go.
joy?
I know. I was like, what? He's like, well, I like a nice hard cheese. I'm like, oh yeah, because he had Parmesan on the salad. But he's like, I don't like soft cheese, very semi-soft. And I'm like, okay,
Well,
girl, we're gonna change that right now. So,
Wait, so hold on a minute. So what did you guys put on? So the cheese was on like meats and...
so we had
Bread?
bread.
Okay.
Because he made his own homemade bread.
Yeah,
Nice.
roasted potatoes.
Oh,
roasted
God.
potatoes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then charcuterie, like sliced ham,
Nice.
cured ham. And
See, now this is a different. There are different kinds of
I love this
raclette
one where they,
melters.
you know, where like they do
You
the
could
knife.
get
this was
that.
the one we were thinking it was going
Right.
to be.
So you could get one where it's you get melter for like a half of a wheel.
Yeah,
And those are the kinds you see when you go to like
restaurants.
the restaurants or like
Food truck.
food trucks and Christmas markets.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
But you see on the one that's on the picture on our screen, they're using that top grill to grill like vegetables and
Nice.
maybe some
I think
meats.
because it was new and they hadn't had a chance to like really clean it and burn off whatever stuff they coat it with first.
Yeah.
We just didn't do that.
Okay.
But they had made these wonderful potatoes that were just delicious. And I'm like, I like raclette on like fries because you get the saltiness from the fries and everything. And yeah.
What kind of... How would you describe the cheese flavor, though? Is it like a...
It's like they did a mix of cheeses, so you can get actually like Trader Joe's sells raclette cheese, which is I guess the original one.
Yeah.
But they did like Comté and Swiss, and they did some Petit Basque, and so and then they cut it all in small pieces, so you never really even knew which one you were putting in, but it was all really like
Interesting.
the way Swiss cheese has a subtle tanginess to it.
Oh, yeah,
but-
Swiss cheese is very, but that's I'm wondering if I've had it before, and I don't think I ever have.
Raclette
You probably
has
have.
almost like an earthy nuttiness to it. So it's really delicious.
What is like a similar cheese that's like mainstream that would be...
Imagine
comparable.
a Monterey Jack,
Oh, okay.
but with a little bit more nuttiness to it.
Okay.
But that softness of Monterey
Oh, okay.
Jack.
Monterey, yeah. I just love cheese.
So that was what we did this weekend so far, and this weekend's going to be me packing and getting ready to go because I've got to pack for 3 weeks, and I was like, I don't know if I have that much underwear. So.
Oh, are you going to do laundry?
Well, I am. Okay, so here's the
When
thing.
you're there, I mean, you might have to, right?
Well, yeah, but the hotel, 2 of the hotels are really, really fancy, so they don't have laundry facilities.
But they have
in them.
laundry service.
They have laundry service,
And you got to pay per item.
well, I'll just charge to my room, and the company will have to
Girl,
take care
it
of
is so it is expensive.
I know.
But also when they do your laundry, they will fold it up. If you wear briefs, I had it when I was in Europe and they just did it and it was perfectly folded and I was like, I don't want to wear these because they look so nice.
But I'm also do I want somebody washing my underwear?
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
I don't even want Andy washing my underwear.
You know what? It is an easy solution.
I know.
Just don't wear any.
Honestly though, I would say do it and because it's such a nice perk to have someone do your laundry for you.
Well, and what's crazy is for the cost of getting it washed, you could probably go out to Macy's in a mall
get some
in
new
Absolutely.
DC and buy all brand new and
Yeah.
stuff and throw the other stuff away.
Well,
And-
Yeah.
I don't have to pay for it. Somebody else
No,
pays.
but I'm saying it would be cheaper for your
Yeah.
employer.
I mean, hey, they need you for this 3-week, whatever marathon. So you got to wash your.
What's the big brand in
undies.
Bonds or something in London? You can just get
Oh yeah.
a whole new refresh in London.
No, I expect a report back on how they did your washings.
But there it all goes on the right side instead of the left side.
But
Come on, that's a British driving joke.
that is a British driving joke.
It's a driving joke.
And I loved it because it's giving me life. Mouth to mouth. Mouth to mouth. Resuscitation.
Worst transition ever.
I feel like
I'm trying new stuff out, okay?
I feel like now it's going to be a thing where it has to be really bad because then that's part of the shtick.
Yes.
This random transition, but that's our thing now. It's it is what it is. It has morphed and evolved into it.
So what's giving you life, Joe?
Okay,
you have
so-
a couple of things I heard.
What actually is truly giving me life? So I'll lead up to that. So I saw them, two of them are political and one of them is a food. So the what you had just said earlier about the Maine governor,
Yeah, the governor of Maine.
who was like, "I'll see you in court, Trump," because he threatened her.
I was like, I wasn't sure where they were. It was like at some kind of like luncheon or
Yeah, I don't know.
meeting or something.
Was it at the White House or
This is the
something?
White House.
So yeah, like basically he was threatening this governor of being like, all of your people that voted for me, like, they really like me, I did really well in your state, and it's like, okay, buddy, like, shut up. And she's like, fine, I'll see you in court. Like, that's not going to happen.
Right, like
Her
if you're not
face is the
if you're not
best.
going to comply with what we say, then you won't get any funding. And then she was just like, well, then I'll see you in court.
Yeah,
and
get
he
it,
was like,
girl.
yeah, you will see me in court then.
And he's like,
I
yeah, it'll
love
be a
that.
really easy case. It's like, okay, buddy. So she gave me life. And then another political one was there's that guy who's like an ex-NFL football.
Who got arrested.
Civilly, he had civil protest disobedience, like peaceful
Yeah.
civil disobedience, because he was protesting Huntington Beach, doing like, it was like a MAGA something on a
plaque.
library.
Yeah.
And he basically opened up and it was like, trans lives matters, like the MAGA agenda is to hate, the MAGA agenda is to be spiteful, like, and it was like 5 minutes, and then he's like, now I will be exercising my right of peaceful civil disobedience, and he got arrested, and they had him on the ground, and he like made a whole thing of it, and they recorded it, obviously. So
Good for him.
Yeah, he has been apparently very vocal, an ally at least, for like gay marriage a long time ago. And so actually when I first saw it, I thought it was the other way around, where it was like this MAGA guy, NFL player, gets arrested. But then I like actually read the story and I was like, oh, I appreciate you. So now the real giving me life. So at work, there are snacks galore, right?
Okay.
And so they're not consistent with what they bring, because they'll do like different chips every week, and like
Okay.
different like
But
kind
that's
of
good
like
though, right?
no, because I want the same thing that I got this week every fucking day now.
Okay, what is
So
it?
okay, so I open the drawer because there's 4 different office buildings on the quote unquote campus, and so there's different offerings in each of the buildings.
So
And
you go to each one till you find what you like.
Yeah, they promote you to kind of like go travel, to get out of your building, to like see what's around. And so like there is like in our building they have like nasty kombucha on tap and like really good cold brew on tap. But then in the other building they have it's the kefir soda that they have at the farmers market.
Yeah, you thought
It's
that's your
so
house.
good. So what appeared in our building this week was circus animal crackers. And I will tell you, I have not had those in God
In the
knows
pink
how.
bag?
Yes.
Oh.
So not the like uncoated ones. I'm talking the pink and white ones that
With
are
the little
coated with the sprinkles. Oh my God.
That don't even really look like any
No,
kind of animals.
and the flavor, the chocolate or whatever the coating, it's so artificial, but it is so nostalgic.
It leaves this weird
Yes.
film in your mouth.
Oh my God. But I'm like, oh my God, circus animals. I haven't had those in a while. And I was like, oh my God. So like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I had a bag of them. And I'm like, wait, I don't know if these will be back next week. But I was like,
did you hoard a bunch in your?
no,
You
because
should've.
there were only like 6 bags.
You should take
God.
So now I'm like, do I have to buy my own circus animals? That defeats the whole purpose. But I was like,
They
damn.
brought you joy.
It really like it's crazy how like food and like some of those items just like bring you back. Like I was instantly brought back to like grade school. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like going to the grocery store and then like picking up a bag. And then I also remembered there's the other circus animals. I don't know if it's the same brand, but like in the box, remember? And it has the little like string that you can like hold.
Animal
crackers.
crackers. Yeah.
Like those ones. And I was like,
That's the P.T. Barnum ones.
Mm-hmm.
They're really good.
oh yeah. So like the nostalgia of whatever Mother's, I think the brand is, circus animals, like A+ for her. So well, those are my life. What's given you life?
So I have one thing, and I was telling Nick about this before we started recording. It's I saw on somebody else's Instagram that they were in London. They went and saw Six, and then they went to this bar afterwards, and it's called The Room Where It Happened, which is a line from Hamilton.
Okay.
And so it's actually a piano sing-along bar
Oh.
in London, and it's like it looks so much fun. And they also have like a restaurant and drinks and everything. But I'm just like, I just want to go because it's like sing all your favorite songs from West End shows. And I'm like,
Okay.
well, do we get to do any others? Because I'd really like to request Grease too.
No. Well, maybe it made its rounds on the
If
West
they
End.
have the tip jar, you can request anything.
Oh, see, I'm gonna have to get some Great British pounds and
Yes.
like tip them and stuff, and see if he can play my song. But I think it's gonna be fun, and it's like
I'd love to go.
it looks like a lot of fun.
And I love the name, the room where it happens.
Right, it's like kind of like their version of Marie's Crisis in
It's
New York.
cute.
So
They serve food too.
I know.
Okay.
Wait, what kind of food options they got? Scroll down.
Bottomless brunch.
Well, and it was also really cool. Our friends Ben and Jim, who used to live in London, we were talking, and I was telling them, "Oh, I'm planning on going here." And one of the places I told them, I was like, "I'm planning on going to Opium." Which is a dim sum speakeasy, and they were like, "That was our favorite bar."
Really?
Yep.
Well,
And-
they have that spreadsheet that we never got to look at. But I remember when we were talking about going to London, they were like, "We have a spreadsheet.
I
We'll
need to
give it
see their
you."
spreadsheet
Yeah,
now.
because when we were at some pool party or whatever with them,
Yeah,
with you guys,
here, yeah.
they were saying that they compiled this spreadsheet of like restaurants, things to do. So they probably can hook you up with a bunch.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're already fully
already
booked,
booked.
but like,
Yeah, I'm fully booked, but it's like it's still cool to see, and it was like cool to hear them say like, "Oh, that's one of our favorite places," or "We love that place" and stuff. So it's like, oh, okay, so I did make some really good choices, and not even knowing that was something that like, the locals really love. Yeah, so that's what's giving me life. So all right, so this week we are doing another spit or swallow. So it's a burger edition, fast food style. So,
cheeseburger edition.
Yeah, because we don't like hamburgers. I don't like hamburgers.
I know. I was like, because you guys were like, "Let's do burgers," and I was like, "Can we put?"
Yeah, no, I gotta do
cheeseburgers?"
cheeseburger.
Yeah.
The guy that hates cheese only gets hamburgers. We're like, oh, all right, we cannot be friends with you.
So we are going to do this. We have 9 offerings, I think, and each one of us is going to taste it. We're going to rate this spit and swallow on taste. The burger, the bun.
Quality of the bread, quality of the meat, toppings, overall.
And we have to eat this the way that it came. So there have been no modifications, no additions, no subtractions.
And then from each of the restaurants, it is their standard cheeseburger, whatever that is.
whatever
So
that may be.
If that comes with...
Because like mine was the original Shack cheeseburger, and it comes with like lettuce, tomato, all that extra stuff.
That's not extra. That's standard.
Well, like
as it should be.
Right, but I'm also like, I'm one of those people who like when I get a burger, I'm like, I don't like a lot of like salad on my burger. I want the black truffle aioli, and I want the caramelized onion.
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, if I want a burger, I want a blue cheese stuffed burger with like a fig marmalade on top. But like, obviously, that's not going to be at McDonald's.
We're starting basic. The first one is McDonald's cheeseburger.
Ooh.
Okay, and you know what the funny thing is like the cheeseburgers and stuff are now only on like kids menus, and I'm just
Really?
like, really, come on now. Yeah, but okay. So now, cost-wise, I will tell everybody. I went on the app, the McDonald's app, and I had enough to get the cheeseburger for free. At that point, so that's good. But the cheeseburger itself is like $4.59.
Are you kidding me?
No,
For a McDonald's
for a
cheeseburger?
cheeseburger, girl,
Are you for real?
for real.
Not even. Is it on the dollar menu?
No. They don't even have.
$4?
They don't even have a dollar menu anymore. It's like their McValue
Stop
menu.
it.
Exactly.
The new value menu is like you buy one thing at regular price and you get another one or another thing on the list for $1.
Right.
That's
Still not a bad value,
but that's crazy.
So this comes with ketchup and pickles
and diced onion.
and diced onions.
All right, it's very familiar.
Yeah.
It always tastes the same.
You know,
There's a lot of ketchup.
it's consistent.
There's a lot of ketchup.
And it does bring back like
Nostalgia,
memories.
yeah. Oh my god!
And it's also very salty.
Yeah, my favorite memory of McDonald's is like I was in the drive-thru with my dad, and like we were going through whatever, and there was a guy in front of us, and like the guy in front of us was being stupid, and like my dad almost got in a fight with him, and then the guy's girlfriend was like, "There's a child in the car. Stop yelling at each other." And I was like, "What's happening right now?"
My favorite is I remember they used to be those chairs at the playgrounds.
Oh, the plastic ones?
The plastic ones that look like the characters and stuff like that. And I used to love those. And I thought those were so cool.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like
Now, this is very meat light. There's very little meat in the balance of all the other
well, and
things.
volume wise, it's a very flat.
The bun is flat, the meat is flat.
It's a very flat experience, but like you said, Paul, it's consistent. Like when you go to McDonald's, that's what you're going to get. Because my favorite part about a McDonald's cheeseburger is the diced up onions.
Is it?
Yes.
I do like that because on the bigger ones like Quarter Pounder, they have sliced onion and
Yes.
they're chunkier.
Yes.
But I actually like the diced ones better.
There's something, again, it's just like, it's a welcoming hug from your youth. I feel like.
From my college and like if I were I would get a double cheeseburger. So a little bit more meat, but the onions and the pickle and mustard that are on that were good. All right, the next one we're going to do is from Jack in the Box, and it's their standard Jack in the Box cheeseburger.
I don't think I've ever had the Jack in the Box
I've never
burger.
had because I always get the ultimate cheeseburger.
Yeah, I was looking at their menu today, and I had to scroll down at all the burgers. This was like the bottom one.
Oh, God.
Because they have like a smash burger, they have the ultimate cheeseburger, they have all these.
Okay,
So trying
now,
to find just the
This
the
one
basic.
has onion,
This looks
tomato,
good. Okay.
lettuce. It has ketchup, and it looks like mayonnaise on it.
She's
as well.
voluminous. She has volume to her.
Yeah,
dear.
She is looking mighty thick. So,
okay.
and the onions are sliced
Ooh.
onions.
Okay.
All right, that's really good.
Okay,
They're
let's
very
see.
satisfying.
Okay, that's 2.
It's not too salty either, like the last one.
I really like the bread.
Bread's good.
Their bread's really good.
The bread is really good. And I'm also like, it is lip smacking good. You know what I mean? So you hear all of us going.
Yeah.
The burger itself is a little bit dry, like it's not overly fatty.
Oh, there's a pickle in here.
You don't
I
like
got pickle. Well,
Oh, I love a pickle.
It is not as salty as McDonald's, but you do get the salt at the end.
what I love about these are like quote unquote the like low tier burgers or whatever. I love the fake cheese. Like it is like
it
plasticky.
melts.
I know, but like I love the cheese on this one. Like it's not real cheese, you know that, but like it's good.
And this one was a little bit more than $6 for their cheeseburger.
I am shocked at the value. Not value, I mean.
No,
of
not the value
fucking-
anymore.
That's insane. I thought these were gonna be like $2.
Oh, God, no. No, ma'am. Not anymore.
Not in okay.
Not in this
inflation.
economy.
I guess inflation really has stepped up now.
Ooh, that smells seedy.
Have you ever actually, like, when you go to, like, you probably don't go inside as much anymore. People don't go inside as much anymore, but, like, have you ever watched the production of these, like, burgers and stuff? Like, it's all drawers, you know? And it's like, oh, it's been heating up in this drawer. I'm going to pull that out. And, like, and it's very interesting how does it. So,
Wait. We have to do spit and swallow for these.
yeah.
What did we? Okay, so back to
Oh, I'm so sorry. So
Mickey D's.
Mickey D's. It's a swallow for me. It's always a swallow. Come on.
100%. Yeah.
Swallow. Andy?
I would say swallow, but if you're going to score it from 1 to 10, I would give it like a 6.
Yeah,
What about you, Nick?
It's a spit for me.
Oh,
Really? Okay. Jack in the Box. I thought that was really good, and I was like, that is definitely a swallow.
ooh.
Yeah, it was for me too.
I'll do a 7. It was a 7, and I would definitely swallow.
Okay.
I don't know the name of
This
that
is
one.
Five Guys.
This was Five Guys.
There
Oh.
are bun seeds on here.
Now this one is thick, like, but I also think it's an illusion because it looks like the tomato is pretty thick. It looks like
that
pickle
pickle.
is pretty thick.
Well, and this is actually called their little cheeseburger because the cheeseburger there is 2 patties.
Oh.
So
Jinx girl.
trying to keep this apples to apples. with
Ooh,
the one
wait,
patty.
no, okay.
Yeah.
I just got a whiff of this.
And this
the oniony yummy yums. But I have
This has grilled onions on it.
I have a question, backtracking a quick second for Jack in the Box and McDonald's. I want to know what your favorite items are at these locations.
McDonald's has the McRib.
Oh.
I love the McRib.
Okay.
And if I can't have the McRib, then I'll have a fillet of fish.
No, you also get a Big Mac.
I also get a Big Mac. But like
with a Thousand Island dressing. That's so good. And the bun in the middle. Yes.
It's not Thousand Island dressing. It's special sauce.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. It's Million Archipelago.
But those are my for McDonald's. And Jack in the Box, I really love the Ultimate Cheeseburger, and I love their shakes because they're super thick.
They are good.
I've never had a shake at Jack in the Box.
like
My
the
McDonald's
curly
is chicken nuggets, and then my Jack in the Box is the sourdough Jack.
Oh.
It's so fucking good.
So McDonald's for me, for a while they did this thing called the Deluxe, and it was mustard, mayonnaise, lettuce, tomato, onion on like a quarter pounder cheeseburger. Oh, it was perfect. No ketchup.
Was that the McDouble?
No, the McDouble is still around, but they use the smaller patties for the McDouble. It's like a double cheeseburger.
Okay.
This is more like a quarter pounder, so like a meatier burger, but no ketchup.
Oh, interesting.
This was, years ago.
Do you remember the Eddie McDouble commercials for McDonald's?
No.
Remember the McLean Deluxe?
You don't
where
remember
had
the Eddie
two-
McDouble? He was like,
yeah.
"Hi,
Two
I'm Eddie
sides.
McDouble." He'd be like, "How you doing? How you doing?" And he would always say the same. He would like whatever he said, he would say it twice.
No. I don't need it.
Oh my god, you don't remember Eddie McDouble?
And Jack in the Box, I'm with the Ultimate Cheeseburger would be my go-to there.
What
There's
is
like
yours?
3 different kinds of cheese.
The Diet Coke at McDonald's is my favorite.
Right.
Well, I mean, I will say that the Coke at McDonald's does hit different.
Yes.
I do like chicken nuggets too, only because I really like the hot mustard sauce.
At McDonald's?
Yeah, the chicken nugget I could take or leave, but the sauce is what.
Yeah, for me, it's the honey mustard, the sweet and sour, and the barbecue. No ranch at McDonald's. That's an abomination.
Oh my goodness.
Ranch is. I don't know anywhere where you'd say ranch is an abomination.
At McDonald's. But Jack in the Box ranch, A+.
Oh, yeah. There's no other need for any other sauces. Buttermilk Ranch all the way.
It's really like liquidy, but it hits well.
Well, like, I was there ordering, and it's like, the guy's like, "Do you want any sauce?" I'm like, "Yeah, can I get the Buttermilk Ranch?" He's like, "You just need to say ranch."
Okay, Miss Thing needs to chill.
I know. What about you, Nick? What are your...
At Jack in the Box, I like their fries, and I do love their tacos.
Wait, they're
you
curly
get there?
fries or
Curly
they're
fries
regular
or straight
fries?
fries?
Ooh, the curly fries are good.
Yeah. What about
Okay.
you, Joe?
At Jack in the Box? The sourdough
Sourdough.
Jack.
Oh, that's right. You still that. Okay. Oh, we're doing Five Guys. That's right. We're doing Five Guys. Yeah, we are.
Okay. This one does look good. I'm going to
Okay,
say.
but I will say, just off the bat, there's the meat to bun and extra ratio is way off.
Yeah.
That meat is so thin.
I know, and
It's a
also
lot of
the bread should be a little bigger.
Their meat is flavorful
I like the flavor of the meat.
and juicy.
What sauce is on that? It's a sweet sauce.
It's mayonnaise and ranch, or mayonnaise and ketchup.
Oh, it's sweet. What's sweet?
Yeah,
But
I like
onions?
I like the fact that there's a little bit more mayo flavor on this than ketchup.
Oh, this is number one so far. Oh, that's really good.
This is the one I expected to like the most, based on not trying them all side by side.
Well,
And
it's probably
it
also
didn't disappoint.
Well, and maybe that, because this is the little one, so maybe if I would have gotten the actual one with the 2 patties.
But I also think it's because Five Guys tends to be a little bit more fresher
Yeah.
instead of having it made,
Yeah, and to be
From
fair,
frozen.
just our method here, we all bought these within the last hour.
Yeah.
And we've been keeping them in a steam oven,
Ooh, I love some
so
Five
they're
Guys.
a little bit warm. But so far they taste good. They
Yeah,
don't
and
taste
Five
like-
Guys is the most expensive so far.
How much was that?
It's $10.
$10.
that is expensive.
I think that is going to be the most expensive because mine from Shake Shack would take second because it was like $9.
For a burger?
Yeah.
Girl,
For
I
a burger,
cannot.
girl. And at Shake Shack, I'm like, come on.
I love Shake Shack so
Okay,
much.
now we're in Burger King.
What, is that a swallow for you all?
That was a swallow for me.
That to me
was
is
very
that was an
good.
8.
I just can't afford to swallow that much all the
Yeah,
time.
all the time. Where's your McDonald's?
Well,
Keep
and
up
I'm
with
like,
that.
I'm like trying to pace myself because I'm like, we still have so many more, and I don't want to get full. I'm like taking halves.
We're
You're right, there's a lot
supposed to
of
go to
mayonnaise.
dinner tonight, and I'm like, hopefully I'll have an appetizer.
Yeah.
and dinner also. But then I'm like, okay, this would be good because then I'll take a nap after this.
There you go.
Okay, next up is Burger King. standard cheeseburger.
Oh wow. Okay.
I'm actually going to tell me what you think.
I will tell you the visual. It's not giving
No, it looks
allure.
It looks very dry.
What did you say? It's the aura is off.
Yes, the aura.
Or
They've got no
it
aura.
looks unhappy.
No.
Yeah.
I will tell you, I know they go for this whole flame broiled, char broiled thing, but it almost tastes artificially like they put it in some marinade or something to make it taste smoky.
It's
like
very
liquid
dry.
smoke.
Yeah, it's got kind of an acidity to it that's unpleasant.
It doesn't really, and there's not enough
Other
ketchup
stuff.
and stuff to make it juicier.
It's dry.
Yeah.
It's very dry, and there's no lettuce
And
on
it
it.
even looks dry. That's the problem. That is a spit for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna spit on that one.
And and that's and I like Burger King.
Well, so here I am curious. What's your favorite item at Burger King that may or may not be there still?
The BK Big Fish.
Oh, 100%. With or without lettuce?
Without lettuce.
Extra sauce or no?
Extra sauce.
Yes. Welcome to Lent. If you need to get rid of meat on Friday, that was my childhood. So my favorite is, it's not made anymore, but it's the Cinny Minis. Like, oh my God. Because they would be like gooey if they were made correctly in the morning. Oh, so good.
See, there was when I was traveling across country when I moved out here to California. It was the first time I ever had Jack in the Box. So we would stop, and I was like, "Oh my God, what is that?" And I was like, "Well, let's try it." And it's like they had like churros and stuff that you could like get as desserts and like
At Jack
dip
in the
them
Box?
at Jack in the Box.
I don't remember those.
Yeah, it was like I don't know if it was like specific to different ones, but like I remember getting them, and we loved it. So like my mom and my sister and me, when we were driving across country, it was like. Any chance we got, we stopped at Jack in the Box. So, like, I want to get dessert.
Remember. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had. I mean, I know McDonald's has good McFlurries
If it's working.
Yeah, if it's working.
but I don't know if I've ever had dessert at Jack in the Box.
You know what else I like to eat, but it's not. We didn't go there for this because I don't know. They actually do a cheeseburger. Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen and A&W.
Yeah,
But A&W, KFC, like A&W, I think has the best like cheeseburger in my opinion.
okay.
And then
we
you
don't really
get
have an A&W here in San
I know,
Diego,
it makes
so.
me really sad because the A&W, there's something about it. Again, it's the fake cheese, but it's so good.
Okay. And now we have two more coming up right now, and then what
Right.
are these?
So the first one is a California institution, In-N-Out.
Oh,
This is the one we waited in the longest line for, right?
You know what? I would have not said that was In-N-Out based off of
you
looks.
can tell by the onions.
Part of it is that they wrap theirs up a certain way that you tend to not unwrap it as you eat it. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't maybe look as familiar because it's completely unwrapped and cut in quarters for us. But
And now this is their basic. It's got
Cheeseburger.
tomato, onion, cheese, lettuce, big pieces of lettuce. They like their big pieces of
They're
stuff.
all about fresh, though.
They are all about fresh.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, they grill the buns on the grill. Like, they put the
Oh,
buns
the
on
flat
the
top?
grill. I think
Oh,
so.
I love that. I will say I'm not like, when I go to In-N-Out, I'm not a big In-N-Out fan anyway, but like...
that is a lot of lettuce. Jesus.
I'm also like, there's no animal sauce on this, so I'm like, I want it.
there is. There's a little bit of
there's a little bit of animal sauce
of
on
that.
it.
This one was $4.50, right? Yeah.
I think $4.25.
I have the receipt.
That was only $4.25. That's a very good burger for that
Oh
value.
yeah, $4.25. Well, that onion is good.
I like the crispiness on the
I
bun.
love that burger.
To me, this is as good as Five Guys.
Yeah.
You know, it's consistent. I feel like Five Guys is still number one for me because that sauce was sweet.
I
like
also
I like the crispy bun.
the one thing I don't like about In-N-Out is that their fries only taste good for about 5 minutes, and then
Their fries suck.
Oh.
Unless you get them animal
love them.
style.
I will say this: the piece that I had was very salty. So
definitely true.
I will say that. Like,
I mean, I'm not mad at it. This
the
one's
kid who
good.
made it was a little heavy on the salt.
Tucker, don't do that next time.
Yeah, their bun, grilled. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that crispiness.
There's a
that
very
they did.
distinctive flavor to it, though. Like you would, if you were blind tasting that, you would know it was In-N-Out.
Yeah,
And I think it's the sauces that they
and
use.
I get why people love it. Because it does have a really good flavor to it. It feels like an Americana type of hamburger.
Yeah.
This is, and honestly, like here locally, for people who don't live in on the West Coast, people line up sometimes for half an hour.
It's not well, and that's my thing. It's like waiting
get in.
30 minutes for a burger.
Well,
Yeah.
but also
But $4.25 versus the $4.50 McDonald's.
Right,
I would eat
right.
that over.
and
anytime.
you get if you want an animal style, do they charge you for the extra stuff like the sauce and stuff? Okay,
but you
it's
got it.
still.
I love animal fries with extra sauce. Like douse me with that Thousand Island.
But he doesn't like jizz.
Oh, it's so good.
So the other thing for people who are not from here, if you go to In-N-Out, there's a whole hidden menu. So Google that and get prepared when you go to order stuff off the
Oh yeah,
hidden menu.
animal style. There's also Bible verses on everything.
Yeah,
Praise Jesus.
there are Bible verses on everything.
And they're closed. Are they closed on Sundays?
They are.
No, that's
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
That's Chick-fil-A. They're not as religious.
They're not there
as
yet.
So the next up is Wendy's.
That one
yes.
was a swallow for me.
Joe,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Andy.
Swallow 8.
Oh, that's a lot of swallow.
All right, so next
A
one
deep
up
swallow.
is Wendy's. Now this is their basic adult cheeseburger because
But is it the square patty?
Yes, it is.
it
Yes.
is the square patty.
Oh my God.
And then this is the single because like the cheeseburger is on the kids menu, and I was like, okay, whatever.
She's single. She's focusing on herself.
Right, exactly.
Oh, these lettuce leaves look interesting.
yeah, they use
Okay.
the darker part.
Yeah. I mean, it's not bad.
It has a
looking.
lot of sauce. It looks like
She's a
on it.
saucy bitch.
So
She
I'm
is
gonna love.
saucy.
I love a sauce.
And there's a lot of Wendy's is known for putting a lot of onions on their stuff too. Sliced onions.
The other thing I'll say, like their meat is very fatty. Like when you look at the nutritional makeup and stuff, they put a lot of, and they were always famous for like squirting juice out of their burgers. It's good.
This is
though.
not how I remember.
It's good. It's not the best.
Wendy's is a squirter.
Yeah, it's a no from me, dog.
Yeah, it's not
no for
my
me.
favorite. Okay,
I'm not.
What was the
it's
price
just-
point on this
well,
one?
the sauce
Ish?
flavoring is.
this one was like 5 something.
Okay.
The sauce is just. It's too sauced and not good.
It's not a very good ketchup. I don't know what.
Yeah,
you mean.
I don't. I'm gonna say that's a spit for me. But
a spit
if
for
we
me.
were to get our favorite item at Wendy's, it would be the chicken nuggets and then a Frosty with fries that I dip in the Frosty.
But they get an
Oh.
A+ for the greenest lettuce on there.
well,
Okay.
good for you know what? Good for you, Miss Wendy. Although the what was the guy's name? John.
Dave Thomas.
Dave Thomas. I just remember like they had him in like all the commercials.
Yes.
Like he was the
Because he was the dad of Wendy.
Yeah.
That is a spit for me. And I will say my favorite thing at Wendy's is I will get the double. Oh my god! It's like on the value menu, and it's like a double stack with cheese.
Okay.
And then I'll get a Frosty, and then that's it.
Is yours the bacon double stack?
No, just a double
Just the
stack.
double stack.
But those Frosties
Just a
are
double
so
stack.
good. The Frosties are so good. And the fries, dipping the fries in the Frosty.
Well, they have to be like fresh fries
Yeah.
as well.
100%.
Yeah.
They have like their home style ones, right? With like the skin on.
That's an abomination.
They have their skin on fries.
Absolutely not. I need my fries de-skinned.
Yeah, see? French, they have like the skin on.
Oh my god, you get Baconator fries there?
Oh, you know what? They actually have a really good chili,
I
too.
do like their chili.
Okay, I will say this. They used to have, so my favorite thing that they no longer have, and I'm so upset with them about this, is they used to sell a little, on their value menu, they used to sell like a little single Caesar salad.
Oh.
And it was like, had bacon and everything on it, and then like, you put your sauce on there. And
Was
then
it
you close
Newman's
up.
Own in the packet?
I think so, yeah.
I remember that.
And then I used to take it, and I would shake it up
Oh,
in its little box.
Okay.
And then it was like a really good salad.
Yeah.
It had little croutons and everything. And I was like,
Okay.
I missed that.
they don't have it still?
They don't have it anymore. They got rid of it. And I'm just like, that's stupid.
You know what? I don't think a lot of these places have salads on their menus. I think McDonald's does.
They
but,
tried.
like,
I think McDonald's took it off again.
yeah, because I don't think that they sell well, but like
well, they had those salad shakers that people loved
at McDonald's.
at
Yeah.
McDonald's.
I remember that.
Wow.
And then they
So-
had like salad sandwiches and salad wraps. I remember those.
Well, they're bringing back remember I talked about this. They're bringing back the McChicken wrap. Like this year, they're going to bring it back because people want it. But I'm
a
like,
wrap.
what are you going to price it at McDonald's? Because the whole point of the McChicken
$7
wrap was it was $1.
Well, what blows my mind about this whole thing is that In-N-Out is the cheapest.
I remember. Well, I also remember when McDonald's cheeseburgers were like 69 cents.
Yeah.
back in my day.
All right, so the next two of these are both kind of in the same price point. They're about $7.20 after tax.
Okay.
But this one she is wet.
The first one is Sonic.
She is juicy.
She is juicy
Look at she
and
is
wet.
sopping.
Yeah, she's a little too wet for my taste right
I'm
now.
gonna like her. I'm gonna get that. Look at her. She is juice
All
delicious.
over.
Oh,
She's-
she's
oh my gosh.
dripping.
That is a lot of
What is the price
pickle
point on the
too.
Yeah, I'm glad that the pickle fell out.
It's about $5 ish. Again,
I think you said $7.20.
$7.21.
$7.21.
Oh,
At
the
Sonic,
extra
and
tomato.
I mean, I like Sonic.
I like Sonic's
my God,
slushy
she's
things
falling
they do with
apart.
ice cream.
Oh yeah.
Those are so good.
bro, she is.
She is dripping all over the place.
You know,
All right, the burger doesn't feel like beef. It
Oh.
tastes like an artificial meat. Like
Yeah.
And the bun is too thin. It doesn't have enough life to it. So I'm not a
this
fan
is the
of-
first one I have no interest in finishing.
Yeah.
It's a spit
I'm not
for
a
me
fan of that
too.
either.
Spits across the board.
I don't know.
You like it?
I mean,
You like the
The
wetness?
only flavor I'll say that it has is from the pickle.
what here? I'll take
When
that.
you get a bite of the pickle, and it kind of gets juicy and squirty. It's
What-
like, yeah.
Well, I love
You
this.
like the sauce.
The sauce was
Yeah.
sweet and
That's what
yummy,
Joe likes.
and like the burger, like
sauce.
I'm not having a burger.
You do know that every sauce that you're talking about is like
Mayonnaise.
mayonnaise and ketchup.
Yeah, but like I'm like, oh yeah, it tastes like a burger. I'm like, I would eat that because the sauce like makes up for the cardboard burger. So I'm gonna swallow that.
Okay.
Okay, I'm a spit though, and I'm like, and it's interesting because I really like Sonic because I think I like the fact that it's they still have people who on
The roller skaters,
skates,
yeah.
That's always fun.
They have really good beverages.
Yeah.
They have good
like,
shakes,
huge-
good like beverages, but not the food.
Yeah. Have you ever seen like there's videos of like the roller skaters and they're bringing it and then like there's one where a woman like hits something and she
Oh,
she
no.
trips and all the drinks go in somebody's car and I'm like,
no.
oh my gosh.
That would just be the worst.
All right, so next up is Carl's Jr.
Ooh, I love it.
Oh,
Okay.
Or
And-
Hardee's.
Or
if you're-
Hardee's, depending on if you're on the East Coast or West Coast.
Yeah.
So
oh, and there's
I
bun
think-
seeds on this. Okay.
I think if you trace this back in history, Roy Rogers even may have come from there.
oh
Wait,
maybe.
the actor?
No, the Roy Rogers restaurants, they were on the East Coast.
Oh,
And got acquired and
you
merged
know,
and
I will say this is very visually appealing.
It's hearty. Like it's big.
She looks like she knows how to do it, and she's
Okay.
here for the job.
I like that one.
She's qualified. She's got a resume. She looks good.
this is saucy, but not overly saucy.
I like it.
I do too.
The meat tastes like meat.
I think that's what Burger King's burger was trying to do with the sesame.
It tastes plain broiled.
I did get a little pickle.
I do like the ratio of bread to meat.
Right,
I think
that's
that's really
really good.
This one, price point.
$7.21.
I'm
almost the same as-
shocking. It's shocking how much these cost for a single, and that's not like a meal.
I know.
No, but a lot of their menus are designed for value pricing if you buy other stuff.
Right, they want you to add on the fries and the
Right.
drink because
Would you like to supersize that or whatever?
if the burger's already $6 and something cents, but the value meal is only $10, then I might as well get that.
I like the cheese on this one.
But
That's really
I
good.
will tell people, go on to and download the app for whatever fast food place you love. if they have an app, it's great because usually they give you discounts and stuff. Because McDonald's, you can get a Big Mac meal for like $7.
Oh,
that's a medium
like Taco
drink.
Bell. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, with Taco Bell, you can live Moss.
I do live Moss. The best Mountain Dew is at Taco Bell.
You can also
Is
live
it?
in the bathroom.
Yes. Oh my God.
Even the Baja Blast?
No, the regular. We don't
do
get no
love
red
some
Mountain
Baja
Dew. No, the green Mountain Dew so McDonald's is Coke. Mountain Dew is Taco Bell.
Well, and McDonald's also Sprite. Like, let's be real.
That's because at
never
one
had the
point
Sprite at
Taco Bell
McDonald's.
was owned by Yum Brands, which is PepsiCo.
Oh.
So all of their products are Pepsi.
There you go.
Okay.
Right.
I'm down for this one. I'm down for the Carl's Jr.
Yeah, I definitely would swallow that, and I would give that like a 7.5.
Okay, and I will say this. Okay, so we're on our last one, which is Shake Shack. And I will say this. I am glad we're on our last one because I am starting to get a headache from the sodium that we're consuming.
The wine makes that better.
Well, and it's funny because I was like, I had like, did I have breakfast this morning?
Yeah.
I don't remember what I ate.
Nick's like, yes, you did.
Oh, I had like a small bowl of cereal, and I was like, I'm not going to eat anything because we're having lunch. Like, we're having burger lunch, you know what I mean? And I was
4
like,
lunches.
it's only 2.5 burgers.
And I went to go get our bagel drop today because Marigold does.
What's a bagel drop?
They no longer are at Marigold Bagels is no longer at the farmers market, so now you have to like wait till they do their bagel drop. So they're
opening
alert
an
you.
actual restaurant, like a bagel
Oh,
shop
brick and mortar? Okay.
in on El Cajon Boulevard.
Okay.
And this is the bagel place for our listeners. They were at the farmers market, and then they blew up on Instagram, and you'd have to go and wait in line for an hour to get at your bagel.
Jesus.
But they only show up on Saturdays. So get there at 9:00 and get your bagel.
Wait forever, yeah.
But now they're going to open up a shop that'll be open every day, and
Yeah.
What
and
is-
we're just
so
waiting
what's
for
the
them.
drop, though?
So
Like-
while they're in the middle of building out their store, they're still baking in their commercial kitchen, and you can order online and go to a place to pick them up.
Right.
Oh.
But they only do a certain number of orders. So you have to, when they tell you that they're about ready to drop, you have to go on to their website.
How do you know they're going to drop?
Because they text message you.
Oh, you're signed up for the text
Oh,
message
yes, girl.
alerts.
Yeah.
So you're like, hey, girl, we're going to drop soon. And you like go online, you're like, I want 700 bagels.
Well, I was like last week I tried to do it, and I'm like, I got on there and I didn't know what to do at first, and then I started trying to order stuff, and they're like, "Oh, everything must be in everybody else's carts already." So what I did this time is, when they sent the text message about 5 or so minutes beforehand, I went on
And
picked everything I wanted.
That's
so once it
smart.
lit up, I was like, "Boom!"
That's like Southwest when you have to pick your seat. It's like when you like check in, it's like your seat 25, even though you just logged on.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I mean, good for them that they're doing well.
Oh, the lettuce on this one is very
Also
green.
Okay, so Shake Shack is not cute. She is not giving cute.
no, and
To be fair, though, she is the oldest of all of the ones we're trying now because it's been it's sat for the longest.
Oh, but I mean,
That's
you
my
know.
favorite.
but also,
It's very good.
This is my favorite burger.
Okay, let me see.
oh yeah.
The bun.
The meat,
Okay.
you
Meat.
taste the caramelization of the grilled meat.
This is my.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a 9.
Yeah, I like their buttery bun.
Yeah.
There's something really good about it.
What's the
You always
price on
like
this one?
buttery
Was
buns.
it 8, 9?
This was like 9 something. Yeah.
You know, it's good, but I think Five Guys for me is my winner
Really,
because this sauce was sweet.
girl, that's all.
It's mayonnaise.
I don't give a shit. It's
Mayonnaise
mayo
and
and
ketchup.
ketchup.
It's probably like, what's the, not mayonnaise, what's the one? Oh my
Miracle
God.
Whip?
Miracle Whip.
Oh,
It's
I
probably
fucking love Miracle
He would
Whip.
love it more if it was
Oh my
that.
god, I love a zesty thing from Miracle Whip because my mom had Miracle Whip growing up instead of mayo,
Yeah.
and we grew up with like Miracle Whip and tuna salad, egg salad. So like that's how I have all of my
That's why
salads.
your taste buds were ruined.
Right, exactly.
I love Miracle Whip. It's so good. It's got a little zing to it.
Yeah, tang.
You should try Duke's mayo because it has just a little bit of tang to it, but I love that like little essence of whatever it is. And I don't know if it's what they have on there as a
Shake Shack?
sauce.
Well,
or
there's
if
very
it's the cheese.
it's very umami. Like
Yes.
there's a little more like you can taste the like it's a more developed burger.
I will say
Yeah.
like it's still pretty flat.
Yeah.
And then but it's like you get it and you're like, it's bursting with flavor.
I think it's more of like the classic smash type burger where
It does look smashy,
like
yeah.
taken onions and things and smashed it all
Right.
into the burger, so you don't even notice that you're eating onions, but they're caramelized into it.
Yeah.
And that just adds this depth of flavor.
And their cheese is good too.
Yeah, their cheese is good.
See, and then, like when you go to Shake Shack, you have to get a shake. That's like one of my favorite things.
I don't think I've ever had a Shake Shack.
There's a burger with like with like
I had a Shake Shack.
they have a portobello mushroom burger.
I thought you were gonna say shake.
No, oh my God, what that
Portobello mushroom shake.
I mean, hey,
It's earthy.
It turns you into a fun guy.
Oh boy.
But
Someone last night I made a joke and they were like, "Oh my God, you're such a dad joke."
and then you know what? You take your back
Oh, the
of your hand and you
Schrumberger.
slap them in the face.
yeah, the shroom burger. I love it because I get the one where it's that and then I get a regular burger with the shroom on it.
You get the Shack stack.
The
Is it a
Shack
deep
Stack.
fried portobello?
It's a deep fried portobello mushroom cap.
Oh my god!
It is delicious.
I feel like that would be good.
What was on the cheeseburger? Shake Shack. Go back down. There it is.
Right here.
I will say that picture of the hamburger looks really bad on Shake Shack's website.
That potato bun's so good.
Oh,
And it just has mayo on it.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, it is. It was a really thick mayo. And I'm like, I am okay with that because I was like, oh,
yes. I think that I liked the sauces that we tasted today, but I think if they weren't as soppy, then it would be a little bit more portable to eat. Because the one, I don't know which one was the sauces, but like she was dripping.
you love the Sonic.
the Sonic one. Okay, so we need
I
to
didn't
go-
love it. I liked the sauce.
Okay, so top 3 in order. Go, Nick.
Shake Shack's number 1. Then Five Guys. Then In-N-Out.
Okay,
I can easily follow my
Tied
numbering system.
with Carl's Jr.
okay.
Yeah,
Andy?
I would say Shake Shack, Five Guys, In-N-Out, and then 4th would be Carl's Jr.
Honorable mention.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to base it off of all of the rubrics. So, since I'm a cost-effective kind of person, my number 1 is Five Guys.
The most expensive one on there.
Hey, I have expensive taste. No, Five Guys, like, I really like the flavor of the Five Guys one because it's like the hamburger, the meat was not too, like, overpowering.
He wants Five Guy flavor at a In-N-Out price.
I really do. Well, so I would
Even
do.
better at a Burger King price.
Yeah, so I'm going to do Five Guys, number 1, and then In-N-Out is my second. And then I did like Shake Shack. So that's my third. But then I love McDonald's. Like, that's my 4th honorable mention.
Okay.
Because
Just
they're,
because of the comfort.
and just I'm telling you, the onions, like, I don't know what they do. They're like super small diced, and it's just like, so good.
I worked at a McDonald's in college.
Really?
And it is a big, giant plastic bag full of those chopped onions in some kind of fluid.
I
So
mean, that makes sense.
it takes all of the mystique out of it.
I mean,
I used to work at a Taco Bell for like 2 days.
why didn't you stay?
Okay, so the first day they put me in the back,
Okay.
in the kitchen, and didn't really
Nobody
train
puts
me.
baby in the back.
Yeah.
Right, nobody put baby in the back. And then they put me on the front, on the register, didn't train me.
Oh,
Some guy came in, he's like, I like this. I'm like,
you're like, do we offer that here?
I think it's this. And like, their meat comes in a bag.
Yeah.
Their cheese comes in a bag.
Yes, the best part.
You have to boil everything to get
Yeah.
the temperature. And I'm just like,
But it's so good.
So I
Mexican pizza.
really did like McDonald's. I mean, at the time, and I know it's changed because now they have those drawers. But like at the time when I worked there, you grilled everything to order. Like it was all made within a certain number of minutes, and it would age out very quickly. So like they'd have to rotate them out if it didn't
Interesting.
get served very quickly.
Wow.
Yeah, they were always doing like fresh fries. That's what I remember about McDonald's. Like you could be like, I want fresh fries.
I did a competitive like they would take their team, like your store would put together a team of people to do a competition, and then they so you'd have I was on the fry station for the competition, but they would do like a simulated rush hour, and you had to make these things, and they had to be a consistent
Interesting.
quality. But like when you watch the documentary about McDonald's, all the stuff they're measuring and counting, like how many steps you're going back and forth, that was all the stuff you were judged on. It
Wait,
was
they count
crazy.
your steps?
In McDonald's, the way they made that whole process refined and efficient was like they would run through all these simulations where they would run all, what each employee did.
And where they went.
Because everyone had a station and a specific role.
Right, and then how many steps it took because they were trying to cut down on you taking too many steps so you could be more efficient and they could get more stuff sold and out faster.
The fries, like the fries get staged over here. You're only going, like 18 inches to put it in the oil. You're only going another 20 inches to put it in the...
and you salt it, and then you flip
where the salt's located, how often you have to replenish all those things, how easy it is to replenish them. It's all crazy.
God. Yeah.
It's crazy. Okay, so
what are yours?
My top one is Shake Shack. I will say that it's really good.
So good.
I will put McDonald's up there just because it's the nostalgia for me. Like, it's just, And then I think my last one is going to be... I'm going to go with Five Guys as well. It was between Five Guys and In-N-Out, and just because In-N-Out puts Balboa versions on their stuff, I'm going to go with Five Guys.
All right, so little twist on that question. You're trying to be somewhat healthy, but you're going to get a burger. Which one would you go to?
Oh, I would go to Five Guys. Just because I feel like that is probably going to be the freshest out of everyone. And it also wasn't... it wasn't as salty as a lot of the other ones, even though I got salt at the end.
Yeah.
It wasn't all the way through, like with McDonald's and stuff.
I feel like it'd be a tie for first for Five Guys and In-N-Out, because I feel like In-N-Out is also very fresh.
Yeah.
And I think if you were trying to be like quote unquote healthy, you could like substitute or take off some of the stuff, like no sauce or whatever, which is applicable to all of these. But I think Five Guys or In-N-Out, I think they tasted the most, like, not real, but like they tasted the freshest. Like that Burger King one, that was like she was not good.
Of this, which was your biggest disappointment?
Burger King.
Wendy's.
I thought it was going to be good.
I think for me it was a tie for Wendy's and Sonic.
I kind of expected Sonic to be a disappointment. I've never had a great Sonic meal.
I don't think I've ever had a burger at Sonic. And I just remember, like, because Sonic they're very good at the commercials. Yeah. And, like, they get you with, like, the pretty, like, pictures and, like, the stacking beef and, like, the fresh lettuce.
Stuff.
Yeah.
So I've only done Sonic once in, like, Missouri with my son when he was in high school. And it wasn't a memorable meal. It wasn't anything good.
But it's obviously a business and people love it.
And people line up. When Sonic opened here, you'd wait in line for an hour to get your spot.
I think it's the roller skating, honestly.
Right. It's the experience of going to Sonic and being able to say you did.
Yes.
It's like MAGA. They're trying to look back at some nostalgic thing from the 50s thinking it's going to be the same. And it's not.
It's not.
No.
What about you, Nick? Which one was a disappointment for you?
I think Burger King, because I do remember growing up that Burger King used to taste really good.
And you used to find them all over the place. There were just as many Burger Kings.
They were always across the street from McDonald's.
But now there are just not as many.
Yeah, that's
I guess the King has had to scale back.
I do like, the thing about McDonald's is their stuff is so chemically treated. Like their bread can last for
it never molds. Right. Yeah, you've seen the like time lapse videos.
Yeah, it's scary how much like artificially.
But it's so good.
Isn't there like somebody has like a McDonald's burger like
in their wall
in a case?
Oh,
and it's been a couple of years old and it's never.
It doesn't decompose.
It has never decomposed. Or not moldy or anything.
Yeah. Just eat it.
But you know what?
But that's a feature.
Yeah, but it's also like one of those things where. McDonald's is so ingrained in the American culture.
Yes.
Like, it is synonymous with America.
It's Americana, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, even if you go to a different country, people are still going to associate McDonald's with America, even if they have things like, in Japan, they have black ink burger buns and all that kind of stuff.
We actually like going to McDonald's in other countries to see how they do
because you try out whatever their
and for the price though in the other like burgers in that area, it's still it had the best flavor for the price. So I mean it's staying really competitive for McDonald's because all the other ones that were in that like that fast foodie or that like Burger King, In-N-Out's not everywhere, right? It's just California-ish, Nevada, Utah. But like Sonic, Carl's Jr., I don't know. I think McDonald's is still the
Yeah, it's good. I just am shocked by the pricing, honestly. Like, I guess I just don't eat at these places, but like, I'm surprised that a cheeseburger is a minimum of almost $5.
This is the most fast food I've eaten in probably a year.
Yeah.
We're all going to need a nap after this.
All your stomachs are going to be so messed up.
No, I'm not. Like, honestly, though, like, I feel like if you think about it, it's like, it's nothing like too crazy. It's a cheeseburger, you know, with a bunch of sauce. Yeah. So, and we had salad with the lettuce, so we were getting our greens. Yeah.
Well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Spit or Swallow. And we will talk to you again next week. Have a great day.
And to our listeners, thank you for tuning in to These Unprecedented Gays. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and join us next time as we continue exploring the ever-changing landscape of queer life. Until then, stay proud, stay fierce, and stay unprecedented.